I think I'm straight.
Yeah, I think we're good.
That's it.
All right, bet.
Beautiful. Hold on. First of all, you're dressed nice, dog. Show. Whoa. Show the people. We got the Beta Boys off the shits, pink ski mask, fanny pack. We're rocking the hoodies. We sweating in this bitch. Beta Boys. Nick doesn't wear anything because he doesn't support it. Take it off.
No, number one.
Ah, look at the hair.
I literally have.
Ooh, looking good.
I literally have the socks right there, a pin right here.
Yeah.
I have a hat right
that
there.
they can't see.
What do you mean they can't see?
Yeah, come on.
It's
hot.
right there.
It's too hot for this. Let's go. Take the fanny pack off.
Okay,
What's up, dog?
Dude.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking so nervous.
What's your name? Come on, don't
My
be
name
nervous.
is Marcos.
Marcos. What do you do, Marcos? You look like a good guy. Very well dressed.
Marcos will be known as Sparkos very soon. I
Already known as Sparkos.
Yeah, I would say so. Kind of ditch the
Yeah, exactly.
old
Yeah.
staff, but I'm currently slaving away for a wage on a food truck,
All right.
inspiring to rock out though, for the greater cause with my music.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
right now we're just wigging it, and
How long you been making music for?
I've been writing for about I feel like 10 years probably.
Oh shit. Okay.
Probably more than that actually. Like seriously writing for like 8 years.
Okay. So how many songs?
Well, see, the thing is, I'm a critical motherfucker myself, and I just been in my head, and I put like one song out probably, and
One song in 8 years?
yeah,
What do you think stops you from that shit, though?
myself.
But
Only thing, just
Well-
my fictitious self doubt and my yeah. But now there's nothing to stop me now, but nothing.
I feel you. But what? So when you make a song, like how often are you recording and shit like that?
Well, that's the problem with me. I'm just getting the song to this song like into formulation. Too
Yeah.
critical, but I'm more confident with it, so I just have to
I feel you.
find that piece.
And I think that's a big thing when it comes to artists and shit, dog. Because I feel like when you find your sound and you fuck around and you have something at home or like a engineer that you're really, really cool with, you could do more shit. You could practice more things, you know? You could see what works, what doesn't work. And sometimes it's uncomfortable doing like shit like that when you're with someone. You want to be completely alone and then you like hit it and you're like, I don't like how I sound. And then self-doubt just fucking jumps you with all these other emotions and
That
everything.
is that.
And yeah, and then I feel like once you understand that shit yourself and everything, because like, dog, when COVID happened, I had no idea how to like mix, master, and all that shit. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. But me and Nick were working the whole time. So like, we never got these like 10 months off like that everyone else had. Nah, we were working, bro. So like, we I just learned during that time because like the gym was closed and shit. We were going on jogs every day. Our cardio was insane. I think Nick's like in 2 years he's not gonna be able to walk anymore. But it was we would hit that and I just fucking put myself in my room and like learned how to mix and
I
master.
think that's what I'm getting to is me being able to create my own work because
Yeah.
I'm too self-conscious. I don't like how people do certain things, and certain people I click with more than
Yeah.
others. But I'm like,
I would
Dog,
also say like
my-
it's better to be able to do everything yourself. This way you
Yeah.
don't have to rely on other people.
that's it.
Exactly.
And then
I-
you create
yeah.
excuses for yourself.
Yeah.
because
And then
of
also-
because of that,
and
like
then
that,
also
that.
you don't have full control of that shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I want full control.
Exactly.
And
So like
it took me time to realize that. Like,
exactly.
okay, I
And
want it, like,
there's times where I'll go in because I make music too from time to time, and I'll go in and I'll just fuck around with shit, not having anything recorded, but I'll just like mess around and like giggle with like the little presets and shit like that, and
There's
just
so
have,
much to do.
yeah, just have fun with it, just to see how I can sound, just to see what works, what makes like shit like tick good, like what sounds better, if it sounds better like this, if it sounds better like that, and that kind of like you build comfort into doing that, and it's kind of just like you're not gonna send a nude if you can't get hard, but when you're slinging dick.
When you know,
When
know.
you know you're hard, when you have those days where I can give hours of dick without nutting, you're gonna try to fuck someone harder. You get what I'm saying?
It's
Of
just
course,
the
of
flow.
Yeah.
once
Those
you hop
days where
in
you're just
to
like,
yourself.
I went to the pool, it's a little shriveled up. I
Yeah.
pissed. I didn't even like, it's whatever. I'm not trying to fuck anyone those days. But those days where I'm
taking
like,
in stride, honestly.
ready to go,
If you
yeah.
don't, you're just like,
So like when it comes to like making music and like you guys have both been doing it for a long time, what would you say is like the biggest thing when it comes to like what gets in your way?
So some people just have that fucking forehead kiss of talent that they just literally glide through everything and everything like lines up for them.
And they just have it all together, right?
Yeah.
and focus. I feel focus is my biggest
Well,
hinder.
it's a fusion of everything. Like people in like that industry, dog, are weird. Like,
Very
they're,
weird.
They're super weird. They're very like quick to like give praise, and they're very quick to take away praise and everything.
Yeah.
And it's just so many like a very slim amount of people make it, so that like if you have any sort of like 10K and like the music thing isn't a lot, but if you have 10K, like certain magazines will push you, like they'll show like
There's so many lanes for
There's
anybody
like
to
there's like
excel.
barriers to
Yeah.
entry where it's like if you have 10 subscribers you ain't getting shit, but if you got 5K subscribers it's like okay, like we can give them a little bit of like notice, and then
Yeah.
like it's just like
there's
there's
some-
more barriers to like
Yeah.
give you more like more of a spectrum to grow from.
there's certain things, and then there's people that like just it's just very like ego, like I'm in a place with like that shit where I don't care if I ever do anything with it. I don't care if I ever fucking like do a sold out show and everything. It's just something that I love to do, and like the free time that I get, and I'm just like, yo, this shit's so fucking fun.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's something that I genuinely enjoy, and I genuinely have to
You
like
teach me more to have fun with it.
yeah, and dog, it's just like, bro, whatever happens with that shit happens with that shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I fucking tour the world, if I don't, like whatever, it's just, it opens up possibilities for some shit. I was talking to him the other day actually, and we were like about like juices and shit, like him making his own juice. All the talk about juice got me fucking thirsty, but I was saying, it's not to make it like everything. It's not to be your fucking 100% of the time, but it's just when you do shit like that and you do like that juicing shit and everything, you're able
Like
to like
side traps, you're
yeah,
saying. Like
exactly.
a side hustle. Or
You're able to
something.
fucking quit. Like you're able to make that your income, and just working for yourself 100% is your feelings are just different. Your flow is just different. So you have more time to do certain shit that you want to do.
Yeah, of course.
Back to your question about what stops me too is that like me putting my energy and time into something that's not, it's either draining me, like I said, like a job that I have.
Yo,
Yeah.
A certain job that I have that's draining me, and it might be paying the bill, but it drains me so much that I don't have energy or time to do what I need to do and what I want to do and have to do. So it's about, like he said, like a side thing that'll fulfill me a little more in the process of me completing my dream, doing that and working it out. But like, so I have to work, and we all have like, like,
I mean that's what's tough too with like when it comes to like, you said like you have like a slave wage job, right?
Yeah.
And it's like it's super true when it comes to how those jobs work, and it's like whether you work for like a big company, a small company, whatever else,
same shit.
it's like
Family, doesn't matter.
It is like soul sucking in a sense, just because it's not your money you're collecting and you're doing the work for and everything like that. So it's like you're getting like $15-20 an hour, like maybe you get a little bit of tips or whatever else.
Oh, I'm sweating.
And it's like
It's hot.
at
Yeah.
the same time, hold on, no, keep track. At the same time, it's like it does burn you out, like as a person, to where
Completely.
you're not motivated as much to do other.
But I feel like
things you're actually
just with
passionate
me or
about.
like shit like that shit motivates me more, dog.
No, for sure. But if you've been in a constant,
No, yeah.
like me, like I've been
Like,
too
yeah,
long, and it's just not, no,
Like
no.
I'm not saying
And it's-
like your motivation to get out of it isn't there. I'm saying it's more like it's like you just feel like how do you put it? It's almost it's just that soul sucking aspect of like a job that
Yeah.
you're making just enough to get by.
by
whatever
time
else.
too. When you got
And-
this
Yeah.
schedule,
Yeah.
when you're literally ruled by the time you have to be there, like,
But what I would say though, dog,
what would you
is
say?
that getting through that is the hardest. Like you get to a point where it's kind of like, bro, like you got a fucking garden and
Yeah.
everything's dead. You
Yeah.
just got wiped. You got nothing, and you're taking a shit. You're fertilizing and everything, and you're putting work in for your fucking garden, and then just you're putting months and work and hours and shit like that, and then eventually one day you wake up and your garden's just fucking beautiful.
Because you're
Yeah.
planting a seed.
Yeah,
because
you're
of all
ju-
those little bricks you
Yeah,
built. to
you're
build
just
that
like, oh
thing
my
up.
god, and that's what's starting to happen with me with like the clothing shit. Like, not so much the podcast yet, but we're starting to grow. Like, people
And you're
are like,
watering it
"Oh,
every
I see
fucking
it."
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're watering
the
it
seed,
every
the
day.
garden,
Like,
tending to it.
Literally with this shit, like, bro, I work on it so like I just work on it every day. I'm in that habit where it feels weird if I don't. With like the podcast shit, like we do like shorts and shit every day. It's like weird if we don't do
I
it.
heard discipline helps you on the days where you're not motivated.
Yeah.
Like, it's your perpetual. That's a habit for you now. You're forming a habit, so it's just,
Exactly.
it come natural. So it's just gonna be fucking bam.
And to add on to what you just said, I would say that is literally probably the hardest step, and it's the first step is
Yeah.
just
Staying constant.
getting into it and then building the consistency, and then once you get that consistency, to not, if you do something for like 2, 3, 4 months, and it's like, okay, we're at like, we got 50 subscribers, we're at 60 subscribers, and you're like, damn, I want to be like at 1,000 subscribers. Like, I feel like a lot of people, that's like their filter, where it's like they get filtered out because they start losing motivation.
Oh, look at the
you know
numbers.
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
dog.
But
Right
then
now,
it's like at the same time, it's like, for instance, like with me, when I'm looking at our analytics and everything, it's like there's constant improvement. You know what I mean?
Always.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Bro,
the
right now-
subscriber count
Yeah.
will naturally just
Go
start
boost.
to go
It's
faster
fucking
and
boost.
It
faster.
goes with
Boost
you
mobile.
too. I feel like you're
Yeah.
around and belief in it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's just growing. It's
So
like
right
a
now,
fucking-
like I'm not in a position where like I don't care about like the subscribers or shit like that. I care about like loving this shit and doing
'cause
like
you
this
know,
shit I love.
because you know what
Yeah.
you want.
And then
what
even
it's
now
gonna
we were
be.
talking about that Wednesday fucking thing that I can start vendoring at.
Yeah.
And then like constantly getting on these Fridays and like dog, I have 3 events happening in the next 2 weeks.
for the where you can vend.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have 2
Different?
in 1 week. Yeah, all different.
Oh, let's
And then
go.
that Wednesday is gonna be a thing. Like every Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know those 2 hours I'm
Yeah.
gonna need you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So eventually, bro, if I'm consistently making money from that Wednesday, let's just say hypothetically I'm making $300 a week from that Wednesday shit.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
from that Wednesday. So I'm doing that. That puts me in a position where I can take off a day from work.
Yeah.
I only work 4 days at my job. Now I can go down to 3.
Yeah.
Now I have 4 days.
Fuck,
Imagine
to
s-
fucking turn up and create.
Yeah,
Well, it's
dog.
like you bought your time back.
Exactly.
That day.
So now that's my goal in the next like 2 or 3
Yeah.
months to only have to work 3 days a week
Mhm.
and like still make this
And
like
crush it.
and make more money than
yeah,
what I'm making.
and doing something that you fucking love doing.
Yeah, so like just by doing that, that's why I was telling you with that fucking juicing shit, dog. Just by doing this shit, I'm making more time
Mhm.
to do that. But then like you're so used to doing the juicing and you're so used to doing this, or like I'm so used to the clothes.
Mhm.
It's so easy. It's just fucking 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. out of my day, but it's something I'm chilling. I can do whatever the fuck I want, my
Yeah.
own boss and shit like that. I'm doing that, and I'm so used to like like now I have all that time to do it.
And energy.
Yeah, I might be doing that on a Wednesday night, but now I have like that might be taking my Wednesday night,
Mm-hmm.
but now I have a fucking Sunday I can take off,
Mhm.
and now I have all day Sunday to do shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Nah,
saying?
yeah.
So then
And
Yeah. No, keep going.
yeah, then I have certain shit now that I could do it, where it's kind of like, yeah, I have to make the same amount of, like, I have to make more money than what I'm making, but it's just, now I have more freedom. Now I have more, I could do more shit with the podcast. Oh, I could do more shit with music. I have more time to do this shit. And now people don't see me at a job. They see me doing this.
Doing what
So
you're
in their
saying.
fucking head,
Yeah.
they're like, yo, he's going harder. He's doing all this shit. So, like, it's just all the gears are going. And I'm just here like, yeah, bitch, look
That's
how
a
much
good
better
point.
I am than
Them
you.
seeing you doing it
Exactly.
actually, like
and
Yeah.
them seeing you do that, like that's
Walking
your
the talk.
momentum. That's
Yeah.
your momentum building. and building.
Exactly,
Walk it,
exactly. And
walk
that's
it.
kind of the shit that, like, happens with music. You get what I'm saying? You can have the hardest fucking song, but, like, there's a possibility no one ever hears that
yeah, because
shit.
you're not rocking it.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
not fucking swinging your dick around. Like, hey,
Like, we had a thing where people were like, even when we go to the, I just fucking spilled water on this. Don't look at me. But, we had a thing where we went to the Finesse Friday shit. And whatever
no,
they call
no,
it.
no,
what
no.
is this?
It
Flow
is-
Friday?
For
Yeah.
the sake of branding, it is Flow Friday.
A great
Shout out to
place.
Riz, shout out to Sir,
in
what's
West
good?
Palm, where all the Friday once a month, where all the hooligans in West Palm get together and let go.
Yeah.
And get right.
So Nick's writing it down because he's gonna put that part out.
No. I'm not. I keep for. Never mind. Just
Dog.
keep going.
But fucking with that shit, bro, people were like selling everything, and then they were like, "Welcome to my stand."
Nah, you
But
turned it. The
I
fuck
was like,
up.
"Yo,
Yeah.
welcome off this shit! Check
swing
it
your
out!
dick.
What's going on?"
Yo, this man literally, like, it's a pretty busy event for, like, just a normal, like, pop-up vendor event.
Mm-hmm.
And he's literally at the front screaming at everyone that walks in, like, come on, get you off
You
the
need a
shit
hoodie.
here.
You need a
You
hoodie.
You
You
look
need a ski mask.
cold. You look anemic.
You need some
You
socks.
Ski mask. Come
This
on.
man
You
literally-
just go unattractive. Stay unattractive.
Yeah, this man literally brought, like, Times Square, like, side of the road salesman to, like, Florida real quick.
Bro, but it's
Yeah.
easy. It's just shit like that, and like the money you make, and you just
They fucking
reinvest
love it, though.
Yeah, and I feel like this shit's like starting to like slowly grow into something where
It's
I
a little
could
more
just,
than slowly, I think. Honestly.
yeah, it's a little. I'm trying to be modest, but I'm better than you motherfuckers.
Honestly.
What's up? Rock this shit.
Okay,
Rock this
to be
shit.
real though,
Rock this
I
shit.
want to speak for the
Where's
brand.
fanny?
Even if
Where's
this,
the fanny?
even if it,
Hold on. Let him speak.
even
Let
this
him
is, wasn't the original idea from the creator himself, I feel the Off the Shits embodies this might be an ad. Off the Shits embodies, to most people, they think off the shits, you're off the drugs, you're feeling like, you're turning up off the shits. My other embodiment of it is I'm off the bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's like a double entendre for people. Like, we're off the shits, we lit, but we're off that bullshit. So like, I just really, I hold it close to my heart, honestly, and it makes the most fucking sense.
I'm so
And
happy.
it's catching fire, like, motherfuckers, we off the shits. Like, it's just what it is.
Dog, I'm so
Dude.
happy that you have that interpretation
That's-
of it.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
that's
not what I meant at all. Dog. I was about to say,
I heard
literally.
actually.
I think we just made a new commercial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
There.
fucking, cause like Anthony Kiedis from the Chili Peppers, he says like I always love when I hear someone like fans tell me what the lyrics, what they mean to me, cause they tell
Yeah.
me shit that I never even thought of.
Exactly.
Meaning, like,
Can't
different-
stop the feeling.
But
in
that's
the
literally every
back,
time, like, I'm off the shits, but now I'm off them that shit. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
You
mean,
know
that-
the shit I'm talking about.
My shit's just like, I honestly made it because it's like, I'm ready to fight.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Let's go,
I'm off the
bitch.
shit. Like, yeah, it embodies like all of that into like one little.
But that's the best part is like
It's so
everyone's
simple.
interpretations, their connection with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah, like
So
you're,
it's
like,
like-
Bro,
like that
I
song for that
had-
reason. I like it for the other reason.
Yeah, and
Like-
you both get two different messages from the same line.
And it's
Exactly.
still going to the same place
Yeah,
at the
and
end of
I'm-
the day.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, yep, that's what it means. I had,
Yep,
bro,
yeah,
I,
bro, totally.
I had this, this older,
Dude, how'd you know?
yeah, dog, I had this.
I was thinking of you, bro.
I was like, yo, we got that
like
connect.
you read my
Bro,
mind.
I had this old Jamaican lady, and then she's like, oh, I bought this, like, like my daughter's like, oh, before
Okay,
I,
stop with the accent.
she's
Stop
like,
with the accent.
she's like, before
That
I
was
get it for my
wild.
daughter, she was like, what does it mean? You're off the shit, like you're done with the bullshits,
Mhm.
or she's like, does it mean something with drugs? I said, off the shits means you're ready to start a new life where like you don't accept anything but the best. For
Let's
yourself.
go. See?
And then she's like, I'll take 3. And I was like, yeah.
And that- how
she's
you
like, can
sell?
you hook it up? I was like, no.
Yeah, just because
Damn,
you're
and
crazy,
that's
you get
it, bro.
no discount.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that Dylan has butchered the Jamaican accent
No.
to a level that
Bro, I
didn't
once
think
told
possible.
someone once, dog, they were, I was at my job and they were like, hey, do you know what ginger beer tastes like? And I said, bruh, I've eaten so much Jamaican pussy in my life. Everything for a year tasted like ting. And they're like, what?
That's unreal.
That happened.
That's unreal.
I can vouch.
I had fucking Sean Kingston playing in my head every day after when I walk out the room.
Yeah.
That shit was wild. Bro, I was talking to my mom yesterday.
What was she saying?
And we kind of like, all right, first of
I
all,
had
we
an amazing day with my mom yesterday,
wait,
too.
Wait, shut the fuck up.
No.
We all just watched this phenomenal movie besides Nick. This eyebrow, I was crying the last 20 minutes. But that's not even what I'm getting on. I looked at my mom and we were talking. So my mom goes hard, dog.
Yeah.
And she kind of has like this ritual thing where Saturday and Sunday, she watches soccer and she gets fucking drunk.
Really?
Yeah, and she loves celebrating every holiday, bro. She's not Irish. She went to a St. Patty's Day parade the other day.
She wanna feel something.
Got
She
wasted,
was leading
bro.
the charge.
Yeah, dog. She went to the Cinco de Mayo parade. She literally had fucking maracas. She was on stage
I
with a
love
fucking
that.
sombrero, like crushing it,
She
dog.
can't be boxed in.
Yeah, and she was fucking like she was like, my sister called me. She goes, bro, mom's sleeping on the couch. I was like, yo, put a little water, like get a cap, pour some water on it, and just like put it in her mouth. And
Bring it back to life.
yeah, but before that happened, we were talking, and I was like, yo, ma, let me ask you something real quick. I was like, have you ever been in love? Like, have you ever been fully in love with someone? Cause I know you are, like right now.
Oh,
and, like,
heavily.
yeah, and like like I've experienced that
Yeah.
shit. And she looked me in the eyes, cause bro, my mom's been married hella times,
Yeah.
dog.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, honestly, no.
Whoa.
Because I've never met someone that I was truly, fully in love with my heart. She goes, I'm in love with my kids. I was like,
Yeah.
that's weird.
No, I knew you were gonna say that. I
Yeah,
knew
she
it.
was like, I love you guys so much. Like, I always wanted to be a mom. I was like, all right, well, you got low goals for yourself. But she was like, I've always wanted to. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Ma. And then
Dylan
she just,
took a touching moment and sniped
I
it.
love it.
and then she was just like,
You
know,
love
I
darkness.
wanna be like, I love you guys. Like, I love everyone who you are. I love watching you become who you are. But I'm like, damn, there are certain people in life that never truly
Yeah.
get that experience
Mm-hmm.
of falling in love. And it kind of just hit me because my mom's older, and I was like, yo, like, what? Like,
Maybe that wasn't the that wasn't for them this life, and she still has time to be real.
Yeah, she still has
you
time
know?
and everything, and it just kind of just makes you think about certain things, like how lucky you are if you find someone you're in love
Yeah.
with, like how like not to take that shit for granted.
No
you know?
coincidence. No
Yeah.
coincidence.
Well, her perspective of love might have changed a little bit too, where it's
Yeah.
like looking back, she's like, I definitely didn't love him like I thought I did at that time.
My perception of love has been altered tremendously in this past week completely.
Like it's just
Like we love each other.
yeah, no, but I'm talking
I know
about
what you're saying. In
in
love, yeah,
love,
yeah, I know.
like-
so she might have been in love in different ways, but not that connection with another like male, whoever she wants to be with.
yeah, and then
which is-
she was just like
Can I get one, Nick? Thank you, bro.
she just told me, she was like, yeah, cause bro, I think she's been married 3 or 4 times.
My mom only had one. It was my dad,
Yeah,
and she married after, and she said it was for stability. She had to look out for her well-being.
yeah.
Like it met the criteria.
Yeah.
Like women have like sometimes you gotta. Phew.
Yeah.
Women have that ability though, you know, to be real.
It's just
They get
nah,
swooped up.
cause she never married
you.
someone for like criteria, like status or fucking like other shit like that. Like nah, she was always a hard worker, and she always knew like she was gonna work and shit like
Not
that.
just even a gold digger, but like just knowing like okay. this
No,
is
no, cause it was kind of like, dog, if fucking you and Gelatin get married, you both don't really like have like a lot right now.
Yeah.
But like you understand, like you both work
Mhm.
and you both like crush it, but you understand that she wouldn't marry, like you guys wouldn't marry each other for stability.
Yeah.
You know?
Certain people are different.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
no, but
yeah.
I'm saying hers was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like she never like would marry anyone for stability. You know? Like dog,
Mhm.
she's been married. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe she thought she wanted it because it seemed good, and like you know, I don't know, but you
maybe
know,
it was just like the motions
seems
that
right,
certain
everyone's-
people. Yeah, maybe it's just the motions that like go through people like in life.
Yeah,
You know?
and it also could have just been like she might have been with him for a little while. She had like fun with them at that moment, and she was
Yeah.
just like, I can keep doing this. And then like
it gets to
you get into a deeper relationship, and you're like, man, this ain't what I was thinking it'd be.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you see people for what they are, and they reveal themselves, and you
Dog.
reveal yourself too.
Yeah, or
And-
maybe you realize like, man, I love this person, but like the compatibility when
Yeah.
it comes to like living with
Compatibility.
each other, being with each other all the time,
Exactly.
feeding off each other, is just
Li-
not working.
Live with your person before you
Before
tie
you-
that shit
yeah,
down.
exactly.
You need to live with her. See how she brushes her teeth,
Yeah.
how she keeps her panties,
If
whatever.
she brushes her
Like,
teeth.
Yeah, if she, like
Yeah.
how she keeps the house, how
If
she
they fucking take out the trash,
or he, she, whatever it is, you got to know what they're like every
Take
day.
a breath, number
Yeah.
one. All right,
But-
number two, like, no, he gave a little remark here.
but
This guy.
no, there's times and like making love too, dog. Like I truly saying this, and I don't like mean to hurt anyone's feelings when I say this shit.
Let's hear this.
But I've truly only made love twice in my life.
Okay.
To the same person. I've
Okay.
had fantastic.
I believe that. I believe that.
I've had fantastic fucking.
I wanna
with
get into
some
that.
people, dog. But there was one like, dog. I will never forget the first time it happened. It was like a glimpse, and it kind of like, it felt like just getting a hug from the
Your mother?
inside.
I want to say your mother like that, but
Yeah, I don't know why you made it so weird, dog. And then
I
this,
mean, like, a
bro,
mother and
this,
like-
the second, shut up, shut the fuck up. And then the second time, stop laughing, stop laughing right now. And then the second time, it was, bro, shut up, Stassi, I'm telling a fucking story.
Pussy's coming.
The second time, dog, it was, Nick, I need you to sit down for this. I literally need you to sit down for this. I'm doing it. You can't. No, it's not Dead Space. I'm still talking. So, there was a time. I don't know if you know the song "Self Control" by Frank Ocean.
No.
Self control.
Damn. My girl loves him, but I'll be like, I like him.
Let me feel
But what?
my
Okay.
self control.
All right, we don't need that.
that.
But what about it? What about it?
That song was playing.
While you were in the cheeks.
Just listen, bro. That song was playing, and I'm just gonna describe it for everyone who's never
Sober guy too. Remember this. No drugs.
Dog, I felt that song was playing, and I felt everything around us slow down,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt that both of our consciousness shot up in the air. We were
Intertwined?
We were clouds, basically.
Yeah.
Like fucking like smoke clouds, like just intertwined, held each other's hands, and just like kissed and like hugged each
Oh
other.
yes, I've had.
And,
wow,
like,
that's.
Dog, it felt like that, and it felt like I was connected to this being,
Mm-hmm.
like more emotion, like just I've never been connected to a certain thing like that. It just felt like a whole, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It felt like
one.
home. And then I was like, damn. And then we fucking, bro, time didn't exist.
Yeah.
And this shit. And then I came like, we went back down and we were like to earth, and like I felt it, like I felt our bodies like both like enter. I was scared. I thought I was gonna go in her body, but
Freaky Friday.
but
Yeah,
fucking
fucking for
we
real.
went like that, and like we looked at each other, bro, and I just like hugged her like as hard as I can, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck was that? You get what
That's
I'm
something
saying?
very special. I've
Yeah.
had that occasion because I was saying I want to talk about it. I feel like majority of people, so I call it like animalistic, like the animalistic side of fucking, where you're just fucking. It's just physical.
Yeah, you
just
fucking you
thinking-
pick up their
yeah,
heel,
yeah, you're
you
just-
lick the bottom
yeah,
of
you're
your foot,
just like-
you stick your finger
But
in
you're
their
just
little
thinking,
butthole.
fuck. You're thinking about coming. You're thinking
yeah.
about how fucking hard you can fuck this person. But like, there's a level past that when you really get that to that level with that person, where you're looking to meet, like you just said, in the sky. You're
Mm-hmm.
looking to literally make that divine connection,
Yeah.
and that shit. We're over sexualized as a male species in society.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been taught to look at women as these things, and you just think tits, ass, fuck. But like,
Yeah.
once you find someone special, you're able to kind of open yourself up to like a possibility of something.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like it's a healing thing too. Like the sex can be healing,
Yeah.
instead of like detrimental to you. Because I've done so many things that were detrimental sexually. You know.
So do you think like, so when it comes to a lot of men that, you know, for instance, like the most like extreme example would be like your like Andrew Tate type rhetoric, right?
Uh-huh.
Where it's like, you know, you have to control them, you have to do this, you have to do that. You're like, this is your role, but your role is like so rigid and so like domineering to the woman. Do you feel like the men that follow that message, they're really just missing that piece?
You're missing their feminine side too.
Yeah,
feel like
Yeah,
they're
I
scared
feel
to be
like-
I mean, like
feminine.
they're missing that connection
Yeah.
where they don't have that insecurity anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Insecurities. I feel like it's behind a lot of that. Like
Yeah.
this past week, I've let so much insecurities go and allow my woman to be like free with me and realize the person she is, and like it's liberating. And just trusting. Okay, if you're in love and you swear you are, you have to go balls in. You can't be holding back because
Yeah.
like you're gonna be frightful the whole time. You're not experiencing it. So like you might get hurt. Duh.
Yeah.
You might die in a car crash. You might get
Exactly.
fucking. You might get
Yeah.
killed.
You might lose a fight.
Yeah, but
But
if
if
you
you
don't
don't-
try, like what the
yeah.
fuck? You're just gonna be half-assing and you're never gonna meet her. You're never gonna get to meet. You think why she's always off? Why you not cooking? Because
Exactly.
you're holding back.
People might ask for a friends and family discount when they try to buy your clothes,
Yeah.
and you might tell them that they're not buying anything anymore.
yeah,
know
that's
what
just
I'm
what you
saying?
have to deal with.
Yeah.
Like, but like if you just never know,
That's-
like, you have to get in touch, let it go, and
Yeah.
that shit's hard. People say let it go, live, laugh, love. Like you have to feel that shit, walk that shit.
Yeah, dog. People are so like thinking of like, I want to have the baddest bitch in the room. I want to have this.
Yeah.
I just want someone that I can like be with. Like,
Yeah.
I can have 100% of them, and they can have 100% of me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
You
And
don't
it's-
question your thought. You don't question
Dog,
how you
I've been
walking.
saying this shit for years.
What is it?
You gotta be able to grow with your hoe. That's it. You gotta be able to grow with your hoe. It's not like,
Bonsai.
dog. It's not like
That's
I
it.
don't
I
want you to be someone. Let's say we're fucking dating. Grab my hand. We're not having an open relationship. You fuck.
Okay. Damn.
So
fuck. That's
it's,
my.
it's
that's-
all me.
Okay.
So let's just say like we're dating, and I don't want you to become someone who I fucking think is like perfect in my head.
Yeah.
I want you.
I like girls with baggage.
Yeah, dog.
I
I
need
want
that.
you to like be able to grow, and I want to be able to grow with you. I obviously don't want you to be the same person you are when we start dating, but I
Yeah.
also don't want you to be known as like Dylan's girlfriend. I
Yeah.
want you to be known as like, fuck it, you're Marcos and you're dating Dylan.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
And then we are at this one spot together and we go on this journey together, you know?
Mhm.
We might not be the same, like, we'll obviously like
Yeah.
have the same things,
Yeah.
but like we'll like
Still your
we'll
own.
grow, you know? We'll be our own person. Like you might do something I don't like sometimes, I might do
Mhm.
something you don't like, but we grow to a spot where like we're able to acknowledge that. And I feel like when you're like, oh, like women can do this, women blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
you don't fucking grow in that certain shit.
Yeah.
You're in this closed-minded like
Mhm.
mindset where it's just you look at like, you know, like you look at people as the level they're at now, and
Yes.
you don't look at them anymore. But I'm
Mhm.
like, nah, dog, it's the level that you can become. And I'm not saying I'll look at you and I'll be like, this is what I can turn you into. Like, absolutely not. It's just I look at someone and I'm like, I can experience life with this person
Mhm. And
and also eat their ass.
yeah.
So it's
That's
just,
the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
It's like
I
your
mean,
best homie. Your homie.
I would
you can
also
fuck.
I would also say when it comes to like relationships that, you know, a piece that people don't understand is like you might not like every little piece about them or
You
like
can't.
their little
You don't-
habits or whatever else.
Yeah.
But it's like that's part of it is like you have to have the patience to understand like
That's part of you too that
yeah,
you don't
exactly.
like. That
like
you
like when you're not liking the way someone does something, like let's say they're like a little bit more airhead or whatever else,
Yeah.
right? And they're
Mhm.
just kind of they're doing their thing, but you as a person that might be like, let's say like very like type A, right?
Yeah.
And you're just like constant go, 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 go. When you see someone that's just kind of like doing their thing, they're vibing, they're just flowing with everything. They might be like a little like not like clueless, but like they might just be in their own little thing, right? And like you might get
Sweating
annoyed
like
with
a
that. It's
bitch.
like you have to understand like that's a reflection of you,
Yeah.
not
Totally.
being able to relax.
And then also, but bro, fucking side, like that's a side quest of helping you grow.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
get what I'm
Yes.
saying? So you might not even know this, but you'd be like, this bitch, this like
Yeah.
they just helped out.
I feel like they're
You know?
both waiting on
Yeah.
each other to meet
Yeah.
at certain levels, like to heal, like not fix each other, but like it's like it is kind of, but like
Well, yeah.
you're like you're like going through like these certain checkpoints and like connecting the dots basically to
'cause,
each
like,
other.
Yeah, because if you have extremes in your personality and you're with someone that is an opposite and they have like
Yes.
extremes of another sort,
Mm-hmm.
like in a sense, over time you two imprint like some balance on one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Let's
my
just,
god.
I'm
that's
just putting this out there
fucking
quickly. You know, I cry a lot
Yeah.
with like movies, not real life shit.
been
Real
crying
life
so
shit,
much this week.
never. But like
Good tears.
movies and shit, and like shows and everything. Me and Nick just watched the newest episode of My Hero. I know you don't watch
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit.
Blah, blah, blah.
Dog cried. The episode was 24 minutes. I cried for 26.
Heart-wrenching.
So fucking.
Yeah, I love that.
I
bro.
cry like you know
I've been
like little
crying.
fucking stupid shit like makes me cry, but like
Yeah.
real life, bro, like
Fuck that
I
shit.
I can get like fucking throat stomped,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, all right, good shit, pussy. But fucking, you know, Lil Dicky,
Yeah.
he has this show, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
It was season 2.
Mm-hmm.
It was this episode. He was in this hallucination, and I remember he broke up with his girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and he said something, and he was kind of like, oh, he goes, they ended their relationship, and then he was like, this was for, bruh, you gotta help me get through the sentence.
Okay.
He was like, this was for the best. You know, he said something along the lines where like they broke up, and he goes, it was for the best. Like, we were never gonna work out. Like, I'm doing this because I know I couldn't have made you happy. And I was like, damn, I
That's
felt
big.
that. That's exactly what I
Like
felt.
letting go of what
and,
you
and
love.
Then, yeah, and
You
then
love it.
I was like, damn, like that's what I did, and I took like that sacrifice, you know, and I was like, fuck. And I thought that was the end of the sentence because that's what I've been through.
Mhm.
And then the girl looked at him and she was like, didn't have to be this way. Dog,
Oh no!
when I told you, when I tell you, they had to get a caution wet floor sign because I became a fucking puddle of sadness,
Bro, we
bro.
just saw it in that movie,
I was like,
bro.
oh my
Like,
god.
That's like a Marley and Me
Yes,
moment
dog.
right
There's always
there.
What,
another
what movie
option.
did we just watch? Earth, Wind, and Fire? What was it called?
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Everything's happening
Everyone,
right now.
You need to go watch that. It'll blow your
Everything
your
elsewhere
shit.
right now. What is it?
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Dog.
It's like the Matrix reloaded into like a fucking. It's the best shit out.
Probably top 3 movies
Yeah,
that I've
probably
seen
top 3.
ever.
It's in my top.
What's your top 3? Name them right now.
It's that. Cloud Atlas is a fucking.
And Emperor's New Groove.
Cusco.
Ain't that bitch?
I used to go call Cusco growing up by this white kid. I don't know. Anyways, there's one more that I'm like. It's one of them hood movies that like have a good meaning in it. It's somewhere, but I can't tell you. I don't know.
What's the movie when J-Lo, it's not J-Lo. Who's it? The lady that looks like Alicia Keys?
Oh, dude,
Jessica
you gotta-
Alba?
You got to give me a little
Bro,
bit
Jessica
more.
Alba, not Alicia Keys. What are we
Yeah,
talking about? What's the premise of the movie?
She's like a dancer.
Come
I
on,
think.
step up to the streets.
Yeah.
Streets or the dance movie. Julia Roberts with the black dude.
Nah. I don't know, dog. Oh,
How is that the best movie?
no, bro. I'm just saying. Fucking. I don't know, Nick. If you.
Dylan's just reminiscing now.
Yeah.
Art imitates reality. By the way, all the movies and art and music are trying to tell us, are trying to connect us to one common goal, theme,
West Side Story.
which is oneness, I believe.
Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely think like the stuff that comes out, like media wise, movies, etc. Like, it's definitely a reflection of where society's at
Yep.
that moment.
Mhm.
Exactly.
You know.
No, that's a great point.
But that shit was crazy, bro. So basically, at the end of the movie, like, this lady, like, this is, I believe this shit. There's multiple universes. Like, there's
Yeah.
a universe where you didn't hit that vape.
Yeah.
No, Nick.
Oh, is
No,
that-
Nick.
I'm gonna charge it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. Welcome to
Listen,
the future.
Nick can do whatever the fuck
we
he
have
wants.
a pineapple smoothie
but-
inside of a vape. Those are fucked for me, but whatever. We all got our habits. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
We open up another plethora. But that thing about the choice with the girl, that's insane because it didn't have to be that way.
Nick's doing his hardest to hide a hit.
It might be over. No, it's
Nick's going deep right now, off
He's
camera.
been clean with the vape for about a good 6 months.
Yeah, Nick's been
I relapsed him about 3 months ago on one night.
Nick's been hardcore chewing nicotine gum while he sleeps.
No,
Hey, we all got our vices. Some are
Dog.
darker and deeper than others,
But
but
basically, like the girl in the movie, she like saw all her universes and everything. and then
Ourselves?
yeah,
And
all
then-
herselves. Which, let's be real, it's probably true.
yeah, I feel that. What's
And
up with
then-
dreams?
Yeah, and
Okay, man.
we'll get there in a second.
I'm jump starting.
yeah, I know. You're fucking what's it called?
No, don't go.
You're what is it?
What?
Fork shooting? No.
Jump. Whatever. I don't
Nick,
know.
what's it called when you foreshadowing?
Foreshadowing.
Yeah,
there
you're
you go.
foreshadowing right now.
Bing, bing,
But
bing.
she did this thing where like
Thank you, Nick.
she showed the mom this, and then she basically wanted to die together with the mom, and the mom was like,
Yeah.
the mom's like, oh, we don't have to fight, we could just love.
Yeah, love. Oh, the premise of the movie is love cures everything. Love is the expels any negative thing, and
Yeah,
love not just like I'm in love with this girl, she's amazing. It's like I believe it's a vibration that we are trying to get
Yeah.
to. Just
It's
love.
some frequency shit,
Yeah.
dog.
Just straight up love.
It's something that we can all like hit and everything.
Being kind to one another. Being kind to yourself first.
Yeah.
Because if I can't be kind to myself, I can't give none to you.
You gotta exactly. You have to love yourself 100% before I can love you 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
I'm
I'm
just
saying?
sucking myself and giving you, and it's just not real.
Yeah, and then it's just I'm not
It's like a
being
high.
me. I'm being what you want me to be.
Yeah.
Just like the girls, bro. Once you give someone freedom to like be whoever the fuck they want to be, that's how you fall in love with who they are. Like, dog, listen. There's two things I say like with someone like when we first get together. I say first of all, I don't care how deep we get in this shit.
I'm trying to fuck up what?
I'm not afraid to break up with you. And they go, what? And I'm like, no, like bad or anything. But I'm like, not afraid to break up with you. If you do like some bullshit or anything, I'm not gonna be like, meh, 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 meh. Like, you know, I'm not saying I'm not gonna fight through it. But if it's something like you cheat,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
you know, like you do some weird shit, like dog, like
That's
it's
your
done.
guidelines, your boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me? You've witnessed it.
Yeah.
And it was
That's
just
good because you don't need that person. That's good that you know
Exactly.
that. Some people think they need somebody.
and it's hard.
It is.
But it's just like that shit
that's
happens.
good. I'm a simp sometimes, so
Yeah, I know.
I'm working.
And fucking
I mean, I would also say like when it comes to like loving yourself, you know,
oh,
loving yourself is what?
I wasn't done.
How long are you gonna talk?
I think that was a
for?
good insert he was going in.
It-
I think going.
Dude, that's called a
Insert.
conversation.
I can listen to other people's
I didn't
talk.
realize it's just a monologue.
I was on
Um,
some deep shit, bro.
Oh my god,
So is he.
dude, you're literally like a sniper when it comes to how you just
Sniper
kill
gang.
flows, dude. But when it comes to like loving yourself,
Yeah.
you know, I think it's a big part of like you need to shut the fuck up. All right, like learn how to fucking speak to other people besides yourself.
I'm speaking.
All right, no, you're just talking. All right,
I've learned a valuable lesson of listening this week.
and you don't listen.
Listening.
I
Yeah.
listen.
I never listened to my girlfriend until like now.
Anyways,
All right.
not you, him.
Yeah.
When it comes to loving yourself, you really have to like learn to accept yourself because everyone's got pieces of themselves they hate, and like it can get in the way for your entire life.
Yes.
And you don't even realize that, and you wonder why all your relationships fall apart, why it seems
them,
like
it's
nothing
them.
ever works out for you.
Yeah.
And like you can victimize yourself, whatever else, but like until you really come to grips with who you are as a person, whether it be like you're gay or you're into this or this or whatever, like until you really accept that and understand like you don't have a choice, like it is the cards you've been given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can work with him and learn how to
Yeah,
manage that in
Exactly.
a
You like
healthy
piss
way.
on someone's belly
And on
button
top
and
of
taking a
that,
body
like-
shot off it.
You don't realize that you're going to be so much happier once you do accept those pieces of yourself.
Yes. It's
You know.
uncomfortable because
Yeah.
it's not what you
Yeah.
want to face at times.
And then you're
exactly,
fully
yeah.
who you are.
Exactly.
You know, you're not fighting your demons anymore. You're becoming your demons.
or like making love. Like I say love, like just like I see you, bro, but you're not pulling my strings today. Like I pull the strings right now. Like or I supposedly. But
Yeah.
But like I'm not letting you run my shit because like man, nah. It's
Exactly.
time. That shit's over with. Like
And
you-
then the other thing is
Yeah.
like, dog. Obviously, like people like do certain shit and everything with relationships. But I tell them straight up, like when I like to talk to people, I'm like, hey, I don't want you to fucking like go to like somewhere and feel like you can't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Just because we're dating. I said, you can do whatever the fuck you feel like comfortable with doing in front of me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If you have to like, and I won't get mad. I was like, obviously, if you have to like go behind doors or hide shit, then that's a little weird. Then
Yeah.
it's like, what are you doing? But I was like, I'm gonna be super open with you.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not gonna like block my phone. Like I'm not gonna like try to hide anything from you. Like I'm very like open with this shit. And it's just once you show people like that trust,
It's up to them.
yeah.
Yeah, and
and
it's on you allowing
But it's
it.
also like you they're more trustworthy with you.
Yeah, they feel because
You know?
they feel like you're not suspicious of them.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
yeah.
like he's allowing me, she allowing me to be myself. It's like you trust him, and like I tell my guy, like if you, long as you know where your home is, I'm not saying go fuck, like I'm just saying like we trust each other. You know where home is. That's it. Like we're not disrespecting each other at all. Like we tell each other everything.
Yeah.
We need to. Like
You're very honest.
communication is the fucking.
Yeah, communication, just being upfront.
I feel like most problems are that's right behind the door is the lack of communication. If we just
Yeah.
talked it out, you know, be in your head like thinking all these things. And some of it might be true, but most of it's bullshit. So you just talk to, oh, that's not how you're feeling. Oh, this is how I'm feeling.
And even if it is like, you know, if you know it's gonna create a problem, whatever else, but you you need to deal with that issue now, it's better to just deal with it, even if it's gonna like blow up a little bit.
It's
or
not gonna
whatever
go
else.
away.
Well, yeah, because like
don't.
if it just lingers and sits there 2 years later, 5 years later, a lifetime later, it's going to become something so much worse.
Exactly. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I feel like people should do this. When I have a problem with anything, bro, I can't hide it.
Yeah,
I
my
can't
face tells
hide
it all.
And I don't even try to hide it.
No, you're great. He's right there in your face. That's what I always
Like,
loved
I'm like,
about you.
But it's just, I feel like people, you know, obviously, like, I feel like situations just you take the toxicity. Did I say that shit right?
Toxicity.
Toxicity out of situations when you just hit it right there.
Yeah.
And you talk
Yeah.
about it right there.
It literally
You know?
decompresses it all. Once you just do
Yeah.
it, what's the worst that happened? Oh, fuck, it's out.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucked.
And
Like,
I remember
what the fuck?
I had a talk with someone and we were discussing something. And
Disgusting.
I fucking talked to him the other day. I said, yo, listen, I know we had a talk. Everything was cool. It wasn't fucking hostile. It was just like they had something that I disagreed with and I had something that they disagreed with. And then,
Tone, too.
Yeah,
When you talk
tone
to
too,
people,
yeah.
you know?
yeah,
Yeah, be mindful of it.
exactly. But I called him the next day and I said, yo, listen, I know we had that talk. You know, we agreed on something. We're all cool. I know you had a day to fucking think about it.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you didn't say that you want to tell me right now? And he was like, nah, like I got everything out. I said, are you sure? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, good. Because I just want to tell you you're a fucking bitch. No, I'm kidding. But I just like called him and I was like, you know, like we had a very good talk. And like, you know, sometimes when you're like, I should have said that shit in a situation. And I gave him the opportunity to be like, oh,
Yeah.
you good?
Yeah.
You
You
had
good all
time to
right?"
ponder on it.
Yeah.
after
And that's
our
a big man.
conversation.
That's top G shit right there. Like, just step
I'd never even thought about that. That's like a fantastic way to
Yeah.
like ensure that everything is
Yeah.
right because
Yeah,
you
'cause
made
that-
the approach afterwards.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo,
You know.
no built up aggression, no nothing like that. Just letting you know that I'm the better person. I'm kidding.
Nah. I'm being a bigger person by addressing it.
No, not
Yeah.
even a bigger person. I'm just letting you know, like, we have nothing between us.
you're-
And
you're
I'm very,
showing-
like,
No,
Yeah.
keep going.
bro, I'm very open window with some shit. I don't know if that's a saying.
I like
but
it. It
feel
hits right now.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
there,
It
yeah.
is. It's there. But I'm just open windowed with the shit. Everything's breezy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a sign of maturity. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you're being. I wouldn't call you the bigger person in the situation, although you
I-
are technically. But I feel like you're demeaning the other person when you say that. But you're definitely being the mature one in that room.
No, just like
Nah.
I'm really good with that shit because then we can just shut it down and we can move to something else. Because I'm not gonna spend this energy on fucking disliking you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spend this energy on that. You know, like there's so much things you can like spend your energy on, but like even people in general, like I was trying to like help people like put themselves on and all this shit
Yeah.
and everything, and then I was like trying so hard. I was trying harder for them than they were
Bringing
trying for
yourself down,
themselves.
doing it.
And I was like, dog, fuck this. And then like, bro, like I started this shit, and then it just the fucking speed and shit that I was able, like the energy I was like able to put in, I feel so much better. You get what I'm saying? And it just like comes back. It's like, bro, we all have friends that we were like cool with when we were younger.
Yeah.
And like we like love them, but
Yeah.
it's just
Not the same.
Yeah, we've outgrown each other, and it's just a certain part of their life, and like we just don't talk to them. And it's not like you don't love them. You feel
Yeah.
me? You have so much love.
You're
for
on a
these
different.
motherfuckers.
You're on a different station. I say
Yeah.
like a frequency. You know. You're on a
Exactly.
different station. They're on the pop
They're listening
station.
to like
I'm on the-
Christian country.
Yeah,
like,
I'm on the hardcore. Like
90258.
hardcore.
Yeah.
Rock.
And you're and like you know, like you said, you're growing. You're both growing in your own ways. You're going down different paths.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If those paths don't align anymore, it's not like you said. It's not like you don't love them or whatever else. You still might want to hang out with them here and there
Yeah.
or whatever else. But it's
Or not.
Yeah.
We're not, you know, we're
No, I'm
not,
just saying,
but-
like nothing bad. Like
No, yeah, but it's just it's a different arc of your life.
Yeah, you gotta guard your energy. And
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
use
that-
it wisely.
that too.
Yeah, and not like these people don't have maybe a harmful intention consciously, but subconsciously, it's just like it's not good for you. It's like
Yeah.
we're not
Yeah.
growing. We're getting lit every
but
time we
we've
chill.
learned experiences
Yeah.
from that
No,
shit.
for sure.
You get what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
learned of like who we are.
For
who
that
we
time, it was
become,
that,
like-
for
Yeah,
that, you know?
exactly. And we learned like what we like, what we don't like in people, like you know. And then we're able to put ourselves in positions where it's everything's better. We put ourselves in better positions. You know, it's like dog. If you eat fucking grilled cheese on a fucking like whole wheat, and you're like, this tastes like dick. But then you eat grilled cheese on like a little cinnamon raisin, and you're like, this still tastes like dick. But then you get it on the fucking like honey wheat, and you're like, yo, this is amazing. You know what you like.
Tried out different flavors.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta try
So
it
it's just-
so you know what you don't.
You know, but you also might like fucking cinnamon raisin with cream cheese.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
that's
just-
for you.
Yeah.
You know, I learned that everyone has their own thing, and
Yeah.
cool, bro. As long as you're not hurting nobody, fuck it, bro.
Yeah.
Stick what and whatever.
I would also say you touched on something like pretty real, where it's, you know, if you feel like you don't click with a lot of people, whatever else, but you've always been doing the same shit, and then one day you find like a person that like all of a sudden you click with, you're talking to, and you're
Yeah.
like, man, maybe I'm not just like in this world alone, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I just
Oh,
needed
dude.
to branch out a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be
You know.
open to new friends.
Yeah.
Like honestly, you can meet I met someone the other day. I fucking felt like I've been looking for my whole life,
Yeah.
and it was a dude, and I was like, the fuck,
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah. And
Shit
like,
just
but like it
happens.
shows you like there is a person like this
Yeah.
where, you know, I can have a different experience with them that makes me feel more like myself.
yes, and let
Yeah.
go completely, and not worry about, and just gook out together, and just
Yeah.
vibe and love. Just love.
Mm-hmm.
Just love. Create.
Yeah.
The fuck.
And just do certain things that you weren't, not say you weren't comfortable with doing with other people, but
Well,
like,
I feel that's
well,
what
you
it
weren't,
is.
no, it wasn't their thing.
Yeah,
So
so
it
you
wasn't
feel like you
your
were trying to
thing.
play to them, and
You
that's
get what
not
I'm
good.
saying?
Like you
Yeah.
gotta be people. You could be where the fuck you want, and you don't have to be exactly on what you're on, but they just love. They love you for you.
Yeah.
And like nothing else. Like, bro, you want to do that, bro? You want to go fucking?
But like, dog, I'm not gonna fucking play soccer with my kickboxing friends.
No.
And like the other shit, like you know,
Just like I don't do drugs around my mom, but I'm not like you're not being fake. Like certain homies I'm gonna go around, I'm
Yeah.
still myself, but it's like a mask you put on, so you know they're not gonna. Like I'm still being myself. But I'm reserving that piece because I know it's gonna be right and know it's not with that. But
Yeah,
I don't
you
want to
gotta-
always be around them people that have to do that. So I
yeah,
stay
and then
away.
you and then you have
Yeah.
fucking people that are inside like your heart like circle, you know?
Yeah.
Like dog, I have what, like 5 fucking friends.
Yeah.
Like 5 like
Mhm.
bomb ass friends. And then that's all you really need. Like I have a
Yeah.
bunch of acquaintances, like
So small.
bro,
so-
I love the people I train with, like I love the people I play
They
soccer
have
with.
their
Like
parts in your life.
yeah,
for
like
that.
parts.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
like just knowing like someone that could be in like your little fucking like intimate ass circle might not always be there. And
Yeah.
that's what like is so
That
beautiful.
hurts.
And then they can fucking know, because then they can pop up.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you had a falling out or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
as
like-
long as nothing bad happened, like no one disrespecting
yeah,
nobody.
it was like
shot
our friend.
nobody.
Like we had this friend, bro, Gerson. He's been on the podcast a couple times,
Mhm.
and he was doing like his art shit, and I kind of like did my own thing,
Mhm.
and it was just with that we see each other at work sometimes, but after that, like you know, like we would rarely chill. But now that looks so fucking cool.
But
He started going to the gym with us again.
Yeah.
And now I feel like,
it's
oh,
like a new like
yeah,
new-
it's a new connection.
Yeah.
It's some new
That's
shit
good.
that we're going
Mhm.
through. He's weak as fuck, but
Mhm.
it's some like new
Kinda
shit
swole.
that like you know.
He just started and he's doing well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout out.
That's good to see.
Right.
Like, yo, could connect on this and that's that. But like,
Yeah.
not gonna always
And
be
I'm just-
around for that.
Dog,
and
and
that.
I'm watching him like grow.
Yeah.
You know, I'm watching him like get up early, or like Jordan, like he's joining us too, and he fucking hates waking
Yeah.
up early. This man wakes up at like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm like, you fucking bum, go back to sleep and spank your ass. But he fucking he like dog, he hates it, and like he gets up and he does this shit with us, and like you know he likes pushing himself.
Yeah.
He's like,
That's
yes,
great.
like, just
That guy's came a long way too. I love that guy. If you're watching,
yeah,
He's a good
and
dude.
it's just like people fucking, you know, I wouldn't, and then like I trained him in like kickboxing, but he
Mm.
stopped for a while.
Yeah.
And it's just like now he's doing this, and it's just he's constantly wanting to do better.
I love
So
that
it's
for
like,
people.
I feel like once you like kind of get on that shit, you hang out with people that constantly want to evolve their
Yeah.
life.
So you're gonna be with them. They're gonna
Exactly.
be on that same
Trying to
station.
evolve, trying to fucking, you know, like
Mhm.
be cool with them, experience new things. Maybe you fart on them one time, but like it's
Yeah.
cool. But just like experiencing new shit, you know, like those type of people.
Yeah, do that shit.
Yeah.
Do something weird today.
Grow with your hoe and grow
Yeah.
with your bros.
Yeah, like
you
bro,
know.
like do something you wouldn't do regularly, or you
Yeah.
thought you were scared of.
Yeah,
It's
like rob an old person.
and then give back their money.
Yeah,
Maybe.
because it was practice.
Or don't.
walk them across the street.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
be a good Samaritan.
Or
I
cover
didn't
cheeks
take your
maybe.
wallet. Yeah,
And then we'll give her a little young stallion. You know,
exactly.
bring her back in time.
I mean, I'll tell you what, that'll
Yeah,
do it.
Shake them bones.
You know?
You having fun, bro?
I'm having
You
very
like
fun.
this
I
shit?
love it a lot.
We're almost an hour in.
I know, I'm
Can
fucking
you believe
sweating.
that?
I'm my shirt off.
I
I
know,
know.
dude. I don't know why it's so hot right
I think
now.
it was
dude.
spicy.
Mm.
It was getting spicy.
You're gonna have to get like one of those Dyson fans that don't make sound, that just blow cold air
Yes.
at you. Oh, that's
Ooh.
gonna be nice.
I'm feeling it.
So what's up?
A lot is up.
How was Okeechobee Fest?
Oh,
number
I came
one?
out of Mojo Festival, life changing experience. It's my third year going.
Third or second?
Third. This is my second year in a row, but COVID stopped one. But yeah, it was an experience of a lifetime to really let me let loose and let loose a lot of trauma, weird ways with music. Let me outlet it, and I found I get sometimes I get scared of my own power. Like we all have our own unique powers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And someone told me to own the power. Nana, if anybody knows Nana, I love you so much. She said, own the fucking shit. Like, if you have it, like, just do it, bro. Do whatever emotion brings you out. Like, I get in that parent like state, I just bug out and get anxious. It's like, just own it, and whatever emotion you have to let it out. Like, if it's crying, screaming, so I'm in the crowd just fucking yelling at the like that, like just gooking out and just letting all. I met my dad. My dad passed away this year, and I met my dad this week, and he just told me, bro, you're good. Like, you're doing your job. You're just fucking, I'm here. I've never been gone, and I'm here with you.
Yeah.
And, like, stop fucking worrying about anybody else and do your fucking thing, and everything will fall into place. And, yeah.
That's awesome.
And I become, like, my insecurities are, like, to the littlest amount now. Like, just, like, with being, like, with my girl, like, you know, not being insecure. I'm trusting her, so then, no, like, you're not gonna do me wrong. If you do, that's what happens, you know.
Yeah.
But, like, letting you be, like, just because you're talking to someone doesn't mean you fucking want to fuck them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, and that's being a man, knowing, like, I got that. You know where your home is, like, bro. People are loving. You could be loving someone just vibing. She be talking just in love, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing past that. And it's like, if we want to go past it, then we'll talk about some shit, you know.
Yeah.
But like, letting that shit go. Do I feel what?
Oh no, I was gonna say, do you feel that environment, like,
Oh, it bruises it up.
That environment, does it bring all that
It
stuff
brings
up
it
and
up.
brings
It's
it out?
like finding home, honestly. It's not for everyone, but like, you go out there and you find all the weirdos that you like. Everyone's just letting loose and finding
The people that are swimming in the fucking
Yeah,
lake.
there's people
the
in
fucking
this, like,
NPC goblins.
There's everything out there, and it's just like letting loose and finding what the fuck you want with yourself, and just knowing that. And some people it's music. Some people, I want to go home and I want to grow a nursery garden and help people, help the homeless. Mine's music, and like I can't run away from it every day because if I do, I'm dead.
Yeah.
You know. So, but like that, and just like like letting go of the worry of anybody thinks about, and you're fucking fine, regardless of what you think this place is, this reality, hell, whatever you want to call it. Like, you're here, so let's fucking rock out. Like, that's I just gotta keep that in line and move, and then like, just love it. I met this dude like, and like I felt like he's like my brother, and like,
Where does he live around
he's
here?
from Oregon. He lives in Oregon. He just left, but we fucking made this immaculate connection, and like he let me just be myself and love like another man, like without like I used to think I was gay, but I'm not. I think men are beautiful. That's a big thing for me too. If men are attracted, I think they're attracted to me. But I never like for me, I can't go past that, you know. But like just letting myself love another person, like it's like like it's like. Bro, it's so liberating to know like that. I was like, I'm not gay, but I'm not. Like I don't want that, but I just love.
It's like
people.
appreciating fucking like attractive people.
Yeah, but just loving like and letting myself go. Yeah, I love you, bro. Let me hug you, bro. Like what the fuck? You're letting me be myself.
Let me suck your dick, dog.
And he said that. I was like, I'm not there yet, bro. I was like, I'm not there yet. He's like, all right, cool. I was like, but like,
yeah, do that.
Huh? No, he's like, let me kiss you. I was like, no, I'm not there yet. But
not
like,
on the lips. Maybe the forehead, but not
like,
on the lips.
just allowing yourself
Hey,
to
yo,
be
real
free.
quick though, if anyone ever kisses you on the forehead besides me, dog.
No, yeah, or my mom. My mom kissed me on the forehead.
That's fine.
'Cause I got a big forehead. But it's just like really letting yourself go and be you. And that shit, that place bruised. That like it's there for that. People think I went there the first year. It was party. I was partying like a festival. Blah, blah. Second year is more spiritual, and then this year was just all of it into one. And found my soul
Just
tribe.
brought
bro.
everything.
It was
together.
everything, everywhere, and
All at
once. Watch the
But
fucking movie, bitch.
The thing is too incorporating these
That movie was
experiences,
incredible.
these lessons you learn, and these whatever you do to get to these levels of consciousness, that you have to integrate them into your everyday life now. You know, like every day you have to be on it, on yourself to do this. Because if not, you're gonna always be.
But you know what's weird to me about all that shit? I feel like when you talk about spirituality and consciousness and people like shit like that, I feel like people automatically get the guard up.
Yeah,
that it's
for sure.
fucking weird.
Oh, it is weird.
You get what I'm
'Cause
saying? So
you're-
I feel like people are trained to go against their shit.
Because the way
so
we've been
hard.
indoctrinated.
Yeah, exactly. So I
It's
feel like
weird.
they're like, oh, you're on that weird shit, like blah blah blah.
Yeah,
you're
I
on
am,
that.
bitch.
And I'm like, yo, how do you know? Like, this is our human nature.
But this is why, like, the music too, I'm trying to put into a flow. Like, all the greatest bands you ever see, and like musicians that are like on some lit, like good, inspiring, like heartfelt music, they put it in a way that the ones that are very popular that you can't knock it because it's the song sounds so good. You get what I'm saying? So like, if you're just like the people have to listen. So they hypnotize. Jimi Hendrix said, first you hypnotize them with the music, and then I tell them what I want. So the guitar, the bass is all getting them in, and then you fucking spit the most fire. So like anything, the clothing brand, like anything, it's your embodiment, an extension of you. You put it somewhere that they like. They look this off the shits. They're not knowing, but they just like it because it looks brand. You're being relatable to everyone. You're not just being the guy on the corner talking about consciousness and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know, you have to like, bro. You have to
And also
be
think-
real. Don't. We're human. We're in this bullshit too. It's not always that I'm kumbaya shit. Like no, it's not always Buddha in the garden. Like it's fucking down flipping burgers. Like and I still have to be the Buddha. You know?
Yeah.
It's everyday shit. You're in traffic bugging out. Like no, you gotta still be that motherfucker that you are.
Yeah.
And realizing these earthly games are just bullshit.
But once you realize you could just like do it,
Yeah.
then nothing.
Matters.
Yeah.
It matters.
And you touched on what I was gonna say is, you know, people have a misconception about what spirituality is. Like it's not religion. It's not
it's not
any of
separate.
this. It's literally your connection with yourself, everyone around you, and just the universe as a
Yes.
whole.
Nothing
what
is
I mean?
separate. We are all part of this one fucking weird thing.
Yeah, we're all born
Yeah.
from the dust of this fucking like universe, and we're all gonna go back to it at some point.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I
that
mean?
movie said, dog. If nothing matters, bro. I feel like when people get that like conception that nothing matters, they're like, I'm just not gonna do anything.
You can go either way.
because
Nothing matters. 'Cause, yeah, it sucks.
Or you're like,
yeah.
yo, nothing matters,
So
so let's just do
everything.
This.
Let's do
Let's do
anything.
everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's why I feel people get into
That's-
like the existential crisis. I don't know how to say it. Where you like nothing matters. My life is pointless because like you know. But like there's the other side. You said like nothing matters. So why? Like I'm
Yeah.
saying I'm here now. I can't do anything but be here and groove, or I can live in
Exactly.
a pity of just terribleness.
That
you
was
know?
that's what happened with that fucking Lil Dicky show, bro. When I heard it, and he was like, yeah, he goes, and I did this for the best, and then she was like, it didn't have to be like this. That was like they opened a new gate, and that I feel like that rarely happens, just like in life, and like, bro, those are the 2 times it happened.
We
You-
reach
you-
new
you
levels.
have, like,
People
a real epiphany moment.
Yeah,
you break through.
Yeah.
You literally like level up with yourself, and I feel like you bring other people up too, raising consciousness.
dog. Let me just say, I cried the last 20 minutes of that movie.
I love that.
Like hard.
Oh, that one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I was, bro.
We were sniffle bugging,
Bruh.
So it was, bro.
I only like to watch movies that bring me that. Like I need
Yeah.
art that brings me to that place of like realization.
Nick,
of, like,
you need to watch this movie after.
Yeah.
this.
I know. I'm definitely
Smoke a
like,
little
left
whatever,
out.
you know, dude, bro. Lock in, bro. It's a ride.
Yeah, fucking chug it like 3 cups of your kratom,
and
and then just
just
go
get,
hard.
cups
just
of
get swifty,
kratom?
bro.
Yeah.
Oh my
'Cause sometimes
God.
you need to be on. Like everyone's different, whatever they use.
Yeah.
I'm a
Bro,
avid.
Nick chugs that shit and he forgets to put his headlights on when it's nighttime.
That is so not
Nah,
true.
dog, I seen
That
it.
is literally, you have not seen that. You've literally never seen that, all right? Kratom is not that deep.
Anything can get that deep though. To be real.
That's
I know,
true.
bro.
And I
Anything-
chug 3 cups to watch a movie. Yeah,
you gotta
that's
know your
that
doses
deep,
too,
but-
y'all. If y'all are avid medicine users, you have to know your doses and what's right for you, and you know everything in its moderation. I feel can be helpful, and everyone's different.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating for any of that, but for myself, things work for different people. And everyone has everything can be a drug. Food is a drug. TV, phone is a drug.
But
The
I feel
fucking
like certain
coffee.
people
coffee.
like,
Yo,
know what I mean?
dog. Certain people put certain shit on because it makes them feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
Like I could look at people like, and I could be like, oh, you drink coffee? You're fucking gross.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like that, and I can have that power like that. People like it's weird that people don't view alcohol as bad as weed. And it's just like, dog, what do you mean?
What do you
Like,
mean? Wait, what?
People view weed worse than alcohol.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
And
that's
Because how it makes them
that's-
feel.
Yeah, that's decades of
Yeah.
like propaganda.
Yeah.
But I
That's
feel like
that
that's how it is
construct.
with like that spiritual shit.
Yeah,
like
'cause
just
you've been-
decades of propaganda.
Because they see the wooks, the people out there just fucking all wigged out, you know, too much on the side where you're not.
But that's a stereotype.
no, it is. But there's people. Stereotypes are real too.
Yeah.
I want to think people that fall into stereotypes. The stereotypes are real because people fall into them.
Mm-hmm.
That's just your fault. That's what it is.
I mean, it's the labels like society puts on you if you have a certain thing about you, right? Or like, you know, for instance, when it comes to like spirituality, right? When you look at society as a whole and you have just a bunch of like religions, whatever else, and you see the people that practice them. I'm not saying everyone that practices them is not like spiritual or whatever else, but people, I definitely think it's a real thing where people lose sight of the spiritual aspect of the
Yeah,
religion,
just-
and then it just becomes a dogma.
yeah, and they're just clinging on to something because they're.
Yeah, because they feel like they're without it, it's like their life is pointless. You know.
No,
You know,
definitely.
For instance, if a person's like super religious and they're like really into like Christianity, right? And there's all they think about is like, you know, oh man, like I do everything because like God wants me to do this certain way or whatever else. But they have like these preconceived notions in their head about, oh, I need to act this way, I need to act that
Yeah.
way, and they're going against their own nature.
Instead of
as a
actually
Yeah.
doing what they feel is right and what's good for them.
yeah, you know, like for instance, I feel like the easiest example would be, you know, if you're Christian and you're gay, and like you're in like a more fundamentalist or like conservative like Christian church, you know, the church itself might tell you, you know, that's a sin, that's this, that's that, and then you're thinking to yourself like, I didn't have this choice.
Yeah, like
But I have to suppress this
So
because
is God
God's
wrong?
gonna hate me.
Is God wrong then?
But then in the same scripture they preach, everyone would just be a reflection of that God. You know what I mean? So it's like people don't like they highlight certain pieces of religion while losing sight of the point,
Yeah.
which is just religion is there, you know, as a guide to
Yes.
help like guide you through aspects of life.
yourself. Yeah, I think it's just a lit motherfucker that everybody followed. Like,
Yeah.
every religion starts with that. Just one lit motherfucker, not everyone's following him and
Well, yeah.
abiding to what
Like
they
fucking
said.
Calvinism.
I mean, Calvinism.
Yeah.
Calvin Klein.
You know what Calvinism
Like
is?
Christianity, like Buddhism, like any religion almost. It's almost just one lit person,
Yeah.
and everyone embodies. They make him to a deity, and what's
Yeah.
the word, like
And if
person?
Yeah, no, they personify them.
Yeah.
And like if you actually think, you know, number one, like I'm not really religious, but like when it comes to like Jesus, right, as the figure that they preach about, if you really think Jesus would look at like a gay guy or a gay person or whatever else, whatever fucking thing that gets demonized by the dogma of the religion itself, if you really think Jesus would have, you know, demonized the gay person and said, no, you are going straight to hell. God doesn't want you there, this, that, the other. If you really think that, after reading the fact that Jesus wanted to, like, get rid of wealthy people and make sure that everyone just functions in a community and, like, that's his entire point. If you really think that person would, at the same breath, you know, say, like, gay people shouldn't exist, like, you literally have no clue about your own your own religion, your own beliefs, because like you don't even realize the nuance of it.
Caught in the sauce, lost.
Yeah.
I think it's funny how all religions think that their God is the one. There's hundreds of religions, and oh no, this is the right one.
Yeah.
This is the only one that's real.
Yeah.
This is the
But then all the stories are practically
the same. We're all talking about the same.
Especially the
Exactly.
monotheistic religions.
We're all
that are
fishing at the
like,
same
Oh,
fucking
whoa.
story.
He said fucking motto Super Mario religion. What was it?
monotheistic. It's
Yeah.
just like it's the religions born out of like Judaism, right? So it's like you got your Jewish people, Islam, and Christians, and then that comes into a whole nother like group of things where it's like you have Catholicism, this, that, the other. Islam has a bunch of different things. Judaism has some things too. It's like it's all the same fucking thing. Like the Old Testament is like the Jewish doctrine, and then like the New Testament is Christian
man's
doctrine.
warped
Like,
it.
Yeah.
And contorted it to control people.
Yeah,
They used to kill people if they didn't believe in religion. The Spanish, they conquered people, and fucking, if you didn't believe in religion, they would kill you,
Yeah, and like before, like
take away your power.
before like the main
Wow,
religions
fuck.
we like have today, right? As like the main religions, you know, before that, like the Greeks still were able to come up with like unbelievable like philosophers and
Them
all these different
motherfuckers, right?
things.
What were
And,
they?
like,
Aristotle.
What were they
You know what I mean?
smoking on or eating? They were eating mushrooms, bro.
oh no,
Something.
yeah, they were
Bro,
doing
That
something.
motherfucker Plato was doing that.
From Egypt to
Yeah.
Greece to the Romans, all of them had different like psychedelic rituals that they all
Yeah, I saw this one thing. It was, motherfucker, they found like an ancient. It's predating like all history as we know. Like fucking temple. It was like a psychedelic temple basically, where they would do these mushroom rituals. Supposedly, because all the
Yeah.
cave writings like mushroom head people.
I mean, they found Christian. They found
Crazy.
like Christian. What is it? Like Christian, like worshiping. I forget
Mushrooms?
what it was. Like basically, like Christian worshiping like centers, right? And like they would find like these vases that were broken, and when they tested the residue inside, they were all psychedelic like brews, right?
And
So
but like
that's
look
so
at that,
lit.
like people
That's
are just
so
going
lit.
across their own like beliefs in their like religion. Like they're just making it because like with the mushrooms, motherfucker, Chick-fil-A ain't gonna sell no mushrooms and
No.
shit. Like they're not gonna preach that. So it's that they're editing their fucking what their like the core religion actually is
Yeah.
to something that has to do with how they want to live today.
Yeah, what you
or
just said.
the
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
crazy shit today.
Yeah.
You get what
Yeah.
I'm
Because
saying?
they're scared of letting go and finding out what's really real.
Exactly.
It's hard. What I found out, each his own, that we are a part of everything. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
finding out that maybe you are what you've been looking for, and that all your problems and everything falls on you. And so religion, I feel like it puts that problem on someone else and it gives it power to something else, so you don't have to rely on you when
Yeah.
solely you are the cause of it,
Well, yeah, and like
everything in your life.
I
know.
feel like it's just like a way to like dog. It's just like it's the ingredients to life that you couldn't take.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, dog, it might teach you how to make a fucking pepperoni pizza, but some people just like cheese.
Yeah.
You know, some fucks like pineapple.
And
on
sometimes
there.
you don't always like pepperoni.
Exactly.
Sometimes you want to switch it up.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
you
Or
want
get
to
a sub.
Stuffed crust.
Yeah, get a
exactly.
salad.
You could do whatever you want. Let's get Chinese food.
And that's
tonight.
okay.
It's all right.
What the fuck? Switch it up.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, and like
Consistency with certain things is good, but other things,
you know, and the other piece I would say is, you know, people need to understand, like, if you were born into, like, you know, a religion like Mormonism or something like that, right? And like you're told this
That's
your
tough.
entire life, and it's so strict and regimented, and it just never sits right with you, right? Like, let's say you have pieces of yourself that, you know, it's just like it seems to conflict with what this religion is teaching you, then you should, as an individual that is truly free and independent, you should think to yourself, those conflicting thoughts, that's me questioning
especially
what
if it's
I'm being taught.
repetitive too. You know,
Yeah.
that burning feeling keeps coming back. I've
Yeah.
had that recently. I kept avoiding something for years. Honestly, it was fucking with my whole life, and because I didn't want to believe it to be true. But once I did, it let me free, and I still work with it every day. But
Of course.
the truth sometimes is hard to swallow.
Dog, I had that shit with something too, bro.
Yeah.
And I was just like, nah, like, no way. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And now I love fingers in my booty. So it's just, bro, you gotta.
Next thing you know, it's one finger, and you're like, man, I don't know how I feel. And then two fingers went, and you're like,
And then you got the
damn,
gaper.
Yeah.
maybe I feel good about
Dog, I'm just like, bro, just handshake the inside. What are we doing?
this. Yeah,
Can I
just
go
like,
change my shirt?
What?
I'm fucking sweating.
I think, like, bro, we're at an hour. I think we should wrap it up.
Okay,
you want to wrap it up here?
cool.
Yeah.
I think it was
Because we
great.
could definitely do another one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that was
definitely.
great.
Yeah.
Oh my
Part
god, I
2's
love
coming
y'all.
soon.
I love you, motherfuckers.
All right, wait, whoa, we
We
ain't
gotta-
done.
do-
we gotta-
Hey, yo,
we gotta
yo. Anything you want to say?
I
Plug
love you
yourself.
all.
No, plug yourself.
What?
Plug yourself.
Plug yourself in.
Your you're like social media,
Sparkos
what you do.
561. That's SPARKOS 561. Content is not there yet, but I promise before the summer, we will be up in motion.
All right, so he'll be back on the podcast before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and we renewed with some refreshing news
Hell yeah. Beta Boys out,
and
daddy.
fucking
Mwah.
bangers.
Ah.
Love you all.
See you.
That was awesome.
Right? Yeah, fun.